Hi everyone, this is Dhira here again. I decided to create a video or pick up a video about planetary transit because something interesting is happening in the sky right now. Venus and Mars are in conjunction. Now I am creating this video on 8th of February in 2022, so 8th of February, and actually from the beginning, almost from the beginning of February, Venus and Mars are in conjunction in sidereal astrological system in Sagittarius, and later they will become in conjunction in Capricorn too. And it is really a strange conjunction, not because it doesn't happen. Of course it happens regularly, but this conjunction will last for about 2 months, so it will be quite long. And probably even if somebody is not interested in astrology and he or she doesn't really know anything about that, but probably even you know that Venus and Mars are the symbols of passion and love. So that's why I decided to create a video about this, because the next 2 months probably will be quite interesting regarding relationships. But actually it is quite interesting because it is not just about love relationships and passion. It can also mean any other kind of relationships, for example business relationships, business connections. It can, but most of the cases it means private connections. So the basic question is that what this Venus-Mars conjunction will bring to you in the next 2 months, about 2 months, because it will end as I remember, in the beginning of April or something, so it will last for about 2 months. So again, you have 3 piles, the first, the second and the third pile. We will use different decks, and probably I will pull some more cards on them when I try to interpret them. So you can pause the video here, choose one of the piles, and we will see what we find out. So hello, pile 1. So now we will speak about the effect of the Venus and Mars conjunction in the next 2 months. So the first card is, this is from the Gilded Lenormand deck, and this is the first card, the Horse Rider. Closure from the Spellcaster deck. The Hermit. The Moon. And the last one, I will check it by the end of the reading. And I will pull some more cards. Giant card. Okay, so I think in your case this transit will cause some sort of closure. It is quite obvious. So actually, if you had a relationship with someone but it did not really work out, you will be ready during this period of time, in the next 2 months, to close this relationship, and you will be ready to be alone. The Hermit basically means that you are alone, But it is not just about loneliness, it is about crystallizing what you really want, to think it over again and again, and to be able to understand what you really want and what you don't want. So probably this transit will clear out your relationships. It can mean any sort of relationship, because as you can see, there is nothing specially emotional cards here. The first two cards means that you are ready to act. You are ready to act. You are ready to close unnecessary relationships in your life, and you are ready to dream bigger and to be open and to start new things, new relationships, new connections in your life. And during this period of time, probably you will listen to your heart, you will listen to your emotions and your intuition. Let me pull another one on this. Yeah. Your intuition and your emotions, but at the same time, you know, the Queen of Swords, it is connected to these two cards. Queen of Swords is ready to cut connections with this sword, because the Queen of Swords can be quite cool, quite self-confident. So you will be like this during this period of time. Yeah, so it is quite interesting, because probably based on these cards, this period will bring you clarity in your relationships. Cards, they are about decision making, closure, ready to be single and mingle again. So it can also mean that maybe you want to get rid of not really working previous relationships, because you want to give space in your life to new relationships. Okay, let's see the last card. Bring love into the situation. It can mean that maybe that's why you want to close the previous relationships in your life, if it is about private relationships, that there was not love in that, and you realize it now, because Venus and Mars together, they can bring quite strong emotions and passion, and you realize that you don't really have love and passion in your relationship, and that's why you decide, okay, I don't want to do it any longer, I will close it. And you will be ready to bring more love into your life and into the new one, the new relationship. Yeah. Yeah, even this kind shows that you are quite close emotionally. So probably during these 2 months you will be ready to act, you will close something, a relationship, you will close emotionally, you will be ready to be alone and to be self-confident and cut all the connections that doesn't really give, all the connections that don't really give you any love, any satisfaction in your emotionally. And probably that's why, because you want to give space to a new one in which you can find passion and love. Or maybe you have you should have already taken some you should have already made some sort of decisions so far, but you were not really ready to do this, and you are just delayed it, and now during this period you will be ready to make the decision. Justice. Yeah, you will feel that it is not well balanced. It is not balanced, your connection with someone. That's why you decide, okay, I will be ready to be rather being alone than being with not really working relationship. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you for your attention, and let's see the next pile. Hello, pile 2. So the question is the effect of Venus and Mars conjunction in the sky in the next 2 months. Let's see what it brings to you. The cross from gilded Lenormand, travel, 7 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Later, we'll check it later. Okay, some more cards. The book, the tower, 7 of Cups, so basically I think to you it will not be about passion, but it will be about connections. But basically these 2 cards to me mean some sort of spiritual development. It can mean that probably you will study something spiritual, you will be interested in it very much, and you will improve your personality and the way you see the world and relationships, and it will have a quite strong effect on your mentality, on your attitude to other people, to relationships. And this card can mean literally travel anyway. It can also mean that you will travel to somewhere, and that place will affect you spiritually, but it can also mean some sort of inner travel, spiritual travel connected to these 2 cards. And probably you will need to protect yourself, protect your views, your beliefs. So this transit can bring you, at the beginning of the transit, can bring you some sort of spiritual or intellectual development, and after that you realize you get into conflicts with other people, and it will shock you, basically. That will be quite a surprise, and it will happen quite suddenly. But after that you will realize that first of all you will not sure how you should behave, because you will have many options in relationships, and basically in your life, but it can mean relationships. You will have many options, and first after this conflict you will have no idea how you should connect to other people, which relationship you should, or connection you should keep in your life or get rid of. And really you must think it over. So probably this transit will bring you some sort of turning point, a change in your mentality, in your spirituality, and this will affect your relationships and your circles. But it will happen it will be quite a shock to you. maybe you don't really expect any sort of conflicts connected to this, and you realize that when you protect yourself, you get into really quite serious conflicts with other people, and that will be a shock to you. You will be not prepared for this. Let's see the last card. Nothing is yet set in stone. Yeah, it is quite interesting because no emotions is mentioned here. So it can be that based on the other cards, or what will happen to you in the next 2 months, it will not be connected to emotional relationships, but intellectual. Maybe you are an intellectual and spiritual person, and you base this is the base of your relationships, and you will change. So intellectually, spiritually, and that's why your circle will change. And nothing is yet set in stone, so it means that you can change. Why not? You are free to change your mind, change your mentality, change your spiritual attitude or value system. It is not set in stone, so you can change if you want to evolve, if you want to improve yourself. Of course, you must change, and it can bring change in your circle too. Yeah, I think that's all. I will not pull more cards, so thank you for your attention, and let's see the third pile. So hello pile 3. The question is about the effect of Venus-Mars conjunction in the sky. What is happening now in the beginning of February, and probably it will last, as I remember, till the beginning of April, so 2 months. And let's see what sort of effect it will have on your life. The clock, or the time card, truth, 2 of cups, the star, and we will check the last one later. Let's see, maybe pull some more cards. So basically the cards are really positive. This is the most positive pile in this reading. Oh, sorry. So without reading the new cards, some sort of truth will come out, and it is connected to your, if you have a relationship, it is connected to your relationship. If you don't have, it will connected to some sort of situationship, and maybe another, due to this truth coming out, something will change in a positive way in this relationship. And actually this connection is quite a dream to you, quite a positive and long-term relationship to you. You have already dreamt about that, and it was a plan to you to get into this relationship if it is a new one. But for this revelation, you had to wait for a long time, because it is about clock, time, and maybe you found that it is a waste of time to try to find out the truth about this relationship and dreaming about this. But during this transit, some sort of revelation will come, and yeah, an inspiration, and that will inspire you quite strongly emotionally. Yeah, it can mean a person, this card. So it can mean that this person has a quite strong effect on you. It can also mean that this person has a quite strong personality. It is connected to this card, so probably it means that it has a quite strong character, but it can also mean that this person, or maybe it can mean that it was you, this person is quite a patient person, ready to wait for the right time to reveal the truth to you about this relationship. Two of Swords, yeah, actually, it can mean that you don't really trust, you don't really believe this truth. But basically it is a positive thing, so maybe it will be quite a positive and unexpected surprise to you. But first it will be really hard to you to believe it, what will come out in this relationship. I will pause another card. Yeah, quite emotional. It is about emotions. Somebody try to get closer to you emotionally. It can also mean that somebody offer marriage, a proposal. This card can also mean that. So basically it is a quite positive reading. It can mean that you have a relationship, but it did not really get further to the next step. But during this transit, you will get to the next level in the relationship. Knight of Swords. Yeah, it can mean that maybe you don't. It will be quite hard to you to believe this truth, because it can mean that you are too. So maybe in your relationship, or if it is a new relationship, that person will be too cold, or maybe you had some sort of conflicts with this person. That's why you don't believe this positive turning point in the relationship. Because this guy can mean that somebody is quite cold, rigid, reserved, and it can also mean conflicts, verbal conflicts. Okay, let's see the last one. Show the world the real you. In this case, I think this kind of means that something is hidden. Something has been hidden so far, and the truth will come out, and in this way you will realize who you are in this relationship, what you mean to this person. Okay, and after that you can step into this role. You can show who you are, what you really feel, what you really think. Okay, I think that's all. Let's pull more cards. So thank you for your attention, and if you like my videos, I don't really have so many recently, but probably I will try to create videos regularly again. So if you like my videos, you can like them, and you can comment if you really want, and I'm interested in the comments. And if you have any topics, suggestions, you can write it in the comments. I'm ready to read them and accept them. So thank you, and bye bye.